When looking at the most difficult challenge in family history research, which is when you're stuck in a brick wall or the end of a line of a genealogy, say back in 1700, 1600, or 1500, especially when there's no parish records available, yet there should be. What do? Well, I'd like to look at my Calder Scottish line and Dunnet, Scotland, and see if FamilySearch can help me with their new AI research assistant. For illustration, my third great-grandfather, his name is David Spence Calder. He was born and lived in Dunnet, Caithness, Scotland, which is the northern tip of Scotland, the mainland, the Highlands, as this one says right here. So we go over here to Ask AI Research Assistant. And let's just go up here to this one. See, you can ask who was his children, his parents. Well, that's kind of listed. I want to look for more information. And it's sitting and thinking. And it comes up, David Spence Calder was born. Okay, great. And he was confirmed on this date and done it. And what's this? Pew Rental records. I've never seen that before. What are Pew Rental records in Dunnet? Let's see what it says. Oh, here's the source for some of that information. Pew Rental records in Dunnet. Pew Rental records are historical documents that detail financial contribution of parishioners to the church. Oh, I see. They rented pews that they could sit at for their family, and the money probably went to help the poor in the parish. These records provide insights into the social, economic status of the parishioners as well as their involvement in the church community. They can be valuable for genealogical research. Well, I don't think they're listed over here in sources. Let's see. Nope, they're not. Let's go back. And let's view these records in a new link. Let's zoom in so we can see. Well, the first thing I see is here's David Calder. And this ditto right here, D-O, refers to this one, west side of Dunnet. So John Calder was also on the west side of Dunnet. He might have been his brother. Here's David Calder. And I believe this is pounds. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, pounds. And, I'm not that. Shillings and probably pennies. Pound, shilling, and pennies. Can't remember how much a shilling is, but. So, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. Here's William Calder. And he's from, I'm not familiar with that place. I'll have to look on Google Maps. Here's another family I'm related to, Allan. I'm related to the Sutherlands. Let's see who else I'm related to here. Let's just look at some of these. So this is the money they paid to rent the pew and basically bless the lives of the people. Here's a James Calder from Bro. I don't know how they pronounce it. Bro, probably there. John Calder from Dunnet, paid 5 shillings. This is 1809. Here's some more Allans that I'm related to. James Calder, also from, looks like Roller or something like that. 10 shillings. John Calder, 10 shillings. Related to probably all the Calders up there in this area. Here's, well, that's, oh, here's another William Calder from Dunnet. So, wow, I never knew that existed. Let's see how far these parish records go back, the Pew Rental records. Let's ask, what are the earliest it's called Kirk Lesion Pew Rental records for Dunnet. Analyzing the question, comes up with the answer. The earliest records are 1786. Okay, I wish they were earlier, but that's okay. Well, that can provide and show the activity of my Calder ancestors. So let's look. This was about David Calder, but here's George, and of course there was William and some others. I'm sure they're cousins that were from the Dunnet area, and the parish probably gathered people from about 15 miles away at the most likely. So obviously this Pew records, which I've rental records, which I've never seen before, are very valuable. I mean, let's look at later on. Let's look at page 25. Just change that. And 1801. This is like a summary. Let's look at individual ones. Okay, I'm related to the Sutherlands. I'm related to the Allans. I'm related to Copper. This is sometimes listed as Cooper. I think it's Copper though. Oh, there's Margaret Calder and Isabel Calder. And this person donated cloth for Isabel Calder and Margaret Calder. Well, that was very nice of this person right here, which I can't read. To help out one of my ancestors. Let's see if there's, let's look at the next page. Anyway, how money, here's Don Calder. Paid balance of Don Calder salary fundals. I don't know what that means. Anyway, this is great. This shows the activity of the parishioners in Dunnet. And when I go visit Dunnet next year, I'm going to go with a list of surnames of people that hopefully I can I can contact. Maybe they can tell me some stories. Maybe I can find some old records. There's an interesting name in Scotland, Bruce, Robert Bruce. I've also seen in this parish, Wallace, like William Wallace. So this is a great record that has not been used as a source in the past. So is AI research helpful? Yes, it's helpful. Is it limited? Yes, it's limited. So especially when I'm dealing with the parish records only begin in 1750s. So if we're looking back here at my third great-grandfather, David Spence, Calder, 1760s, 9 years after the parish records begin. And there must be records going back further. But that I don't know. So with that, we'll just stop this little session of looking at the AI research assistant in FamilySearch. Now that was fantastic. Did you see how the FamilySearch's AI research assistant was able to help me with the Pew Rental records? I didn't even know they existed. Well, that's great. And as I reviewed those Pew Rental records, I found a lot of evidence of my family living in 1780s and early 1800 that was not a source listed in FamilySearch. So I'd like to add that to it. I also found out that when I looked at George Calder, his son, who I'm related to, is my second great-grandfather, that they didn't have anything about, AI research assistant couldn't tell me anything about George Calder's illustrious sailing career. And yet I know he was a captain or somehow associated with sailing from his earliest life until he died in 1839. So I went to Claude, and Claude helped me out and gave me sources in seconds. I mean, we're talking about this probably cost me 5 cents, 10 cents to be able to find out information and places where I can go to find and research about George Calder, because I know he was a sailor, and find out about his career, because I think his career meant a lot to his family. His wife survived him many years, and she obviously told her children about their father, the sailor. So I'm glad that I can find out how valuable the AI research assistant for FamilySearch is. It was great. I wouldn't have been able to find that out. I wouldn't have been able to find out about the Pew Rental records, and how now I can use Claude AI as a family history research assistant to be able to discover so much about my Calder family history in Scotland.